My next guest battled depression for the last 35 years. He's making it his life's mission to educate others to end the stigma and to offer help with strategies that are working successfully for him. Welcome, Michael Weitzman.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
It's my pleasure. You have had challenges with mental health, and tell us a little bit about what those challenges were, Michael.
Well, my challenges my whole life is I've been dealing with, the biggest one is the stigma that I used to call it, with regarding certain things that were like triggers in my life. And one of the biggest one was about job, about income. And that really just got to me so much where I got really sick for many, many years, but I never did anything about it. I did not know until I was about 40 that I needed to do something, medicine, doctors, to get myself better.
So you're talking about medicine and doctors, and for you and for many people, you're talking about the triangle. What's involved in the triangle that a lot of people turn to for their mental health issues?
Well, this is my triangle, which I've used for 15 years now,
right,
since I came out and told people that it's time for me to get help. So for me, it was basically the psychiatrist on the top, the meds on down below, and then the talkers, like the social worker or the psychologist. All right, that's the triangle. But what I've done is basically use the triangle and other tools regarding personal development, personal improvement. So I did things together to finally get myself out of depression.
Good. So what would you tell other people, not just the people that are struggling with mental health issues, but the families too, because it just doesn't affect one person in isolation. What would you tell them in terms of helping them?
First of all, you need to come out and accept the fact you do have some challenges that are going on.
Right.
That's number one.
Right.
And I did that when I was 40 years old. After that, you need to go get help. Try everything you can possibly do to get help. And then, of course, work with the triangle.
The triangle.
That's my triangle. And then get people to do other things, which I've done, like I said, to really work on the fact that you can have an amazing life, even though you do have this depression or bipolar. Mine is depression and bipolar. And what I do is that's not describing who I am. Whether it's a name or bipolar, and what I'm doing is trying to change that stigma, because it's really hard. People are not coming out. They're afraid, they're scared.
Well, the reason they're afraid and they're scared is the stigma. So why is there a stigma in the first place? What's going on with society that makes people so afraid of coming out, like you said?
Well, I just think most people that have something inside, which I know I can attest to, feel ashamed. I feel ashamed. I'm very much of a shame about myself. And now, because of all the stuff I've done to work on myself personally, by reading great books like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle and other things, it's made me realize that's not who I am. And now I'm able to come out and really not define who I am by my disease. And it's just like having a broken leg. It's just that my mind needs some mending. And it takes time.
And so you're taking the time, you're getting the mending, you're offering that to other people as well. What else is in the toolbox? And we're not going to open that, but that's symbolic. So what else is in the toolbox?
That I've done, and this is actually, I've been doing this for 333 days ago, since I've really got out of, I call the cave of hell, or major depression, is journaling. Journaling, writing things down has been phenomenal. I've been doing that a long time, but really doing it a lot now. Doing a lot of meditation, deep breathing exercises, learning to use affirmations, creeds, prayers, things that are just working on my personal development to be a better person.
So not all of this is going to work for every person,
No.
but what you're suggesting is that we try these tools and see what really fits and come out and not be afraid of who we are.
It's okay. It really is. This is where the biggest problem in our society is that the stigma about being afraid to tell someone that you might have some type of depression, low grade or big time depression. And I felt that way for many years.
I think what happens too, Michael, is that society is afraid. So it's not only that the people who have mental health concerns, but society is afraid. They're afraid that somebody's going to come into a school and it's all about mental health and shoot.
Totally
so
agree.
so they don't even know how to respond when they hear
But
that.
that's why what I do for a living as a motivational, inspirational speaker, as a maximum impact speaker, awareness speaker, I'm going to bring out that awareness about what's going on because I have personal experience about my struggles with depression.
And you also have been certified by NAMI, so tell us
Yes.
about that. That's very
NAMI,
exciting.
I am so proud now. I also involved with NAMI. It's a National Alliance of Mental Illness, and it's about changing the stigma. That's what we do. We speak at every places from schools, high schools, companies, organizations, people that have depression, that don't have depression, to really give them to come out, share their stories, and I talk about my days, from the dark days to the successes and dreams and hopes which are going on right at this particular time.
So we've been talking about what to do for the individuals, and really quickly, what do you want to tell the families of people who are challenged with mental health issues?
What I want to tell the families that, please, number one, you need to understand and get education about what they are going through. Just because you have never gone through depression, you have no idea what it's about, and you need to really get more education on that. Learn to be more sympathetic, go involved with organizations like NAMI, and even I'm involved with DBSA, which is depression bipolar groups, support groups.
So get educated, get informed,
100%.
and be empathetic.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Michael. It's
Thank
important
you.
what you're doing. Power Your Life will be right back. Ahead, find out what's hot for next week. Now that school is in session, here's our dear Mama Deb with some great advice for parents and for kids.
Hey everyone, Mama Deb here with a quick laser tip on how to transition your children back to school after vacation mode. We're going to do it having a little bit of fun, just like the great tips that we shared over summer on how to have fun and make the most of your time with your kids. You want to make the most of this opportunity. You're going to have fun doing it. You're going to go get dressed in your yuckiest clothes, and then you're going to go out to dinner to your favorite restaurant. I know that just doesn't jive in your mind, but bear with me here. When you get there, you're going to eat with your non-dominant hand, so you don't want to have your good clothes on. For me, my non-dominant hand is my left one because I write with my right hand. And you might need to explain to the folks at the table around you, because if they have kids, they might want to do this too. Trust me, they'll thank you. You are engaging the brain when you do this, because in order to do something successfully anyways with your non-dominant hand, you really do have to focus and get those brain juices flowing. You see where we're going here with this? So, when you get those little kiddies off on the bus and you're sitting there sipping your coffee or tea with your dominant hand, you can relax and enjoy that cup of coffee, knowing that you sent those little ones off totally prepared and mentally ready to go. Enjoy that time at the restaurant and that cup of coffee when they get on the bus. Talk to you next time.
Thanks, Mama Deb, for the wonderful tip. Before we go, I'd like to leave you with my PowerPoints for the week. Are you stretching enough? The benefits of stretching really outweigh your moans and groans. Stretching is good for your mind and for your body. It increases your flexibility, especially in those areas that are tight and that are underused, and after sitting or lying down. Are you having muscle pain or stiffness? Try stretching for some relief to increase the blood flow to your muscles. It can also enhance your physical performance in sports or even when you're just walking somewhere. A short amount of stretching time can actually calm your mind and can give your body a chance to recharge. Also, try stretching to improve your sleep. No more excuses. It can also keep your body and you young and in shape. Thanks for being with us today. Attention single ladies, make sure to tune in next week when relationship expert Kimberly Moffitt joins me with advice about the type of guys to avoid at all costs. Remember that you have the power to power your dreams and power your life.